Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Arsenal BG Ballpark, where it is just about time for Game 3 of the three-game series between the Gateway Grizzlies and the Evansville Otters. Well, the Otters ended up dropping Game 2 yesterday by a score of 7-2 against Gateway. They lost the series in that one, but they will try to take a game in this series and move on to Windy City. At least that bus drive up to Chicago, a little bit happier than it would be if they were to get swept. Gateway is trying to sweep Evansville and move it to 500 on the season at 9-9, as they are now, 8-9. They're trying to get something going here, get a little win streak going on. They are 4-1 in their last 5 games, and they're now in a pretty big dogfight for second place in the West Division, in a pretty close matchup with Windy City, who did win today, and Mississippi. Everybody there kind of just in jumbles, but all of them now 4 games behind Schaumburg. Schaumburg is playing very well, as per usual, but still early in the season. Evansville on the other side with the loss, now 11-6. They're still tied with Washington for first in the West Division, but it is a very good West Division. Every team in the West is over 500. Evansville and Washington both at 11-6. Florence and Lake Erie both at 9-8. So it is gonna be a bit of a scary ride to see who wins, and most likely we'll get at least one of the two positions in the postseason with the wild card. As mentioned, the division winner as well as the 2 best teams other than the division winners win in each conference. On the other side, though, for the East, it is New York up 1.5 games against New Jersey, and then down east 4 games back. Sussex is 5 games back, but they have been the victim of a lot of rainouts, so they have only managed to play 15 games. In the North, it's Quebec and Ottawa, pretty much just a 2-man fight for the top there, because Trois-Rivières and Brockton are 5-10, 6 games back, and then Tri-City has the worst record in the league so far at 3-12. They are already 8 games back, and we're not even in June yet. There's Izzy, the mascot for Gateway, just kind of sitting there by himself. Someone should come and at least let him be known. But here in Sauget, Evansville will try to take a game here. Yesterday, 7-2 loss. The Otters actually ended up pitching pretty well in terms of strikeouts. That was the most strikeouts they've had in a game, 14 of them. Most in a game this season, but they gave up a 3-run homer to Bryson Horn in the first inning, and that was pretty much all that Gateway needed, as the offense so far for Evansville in these 2 games has been a little lackluster, especially compared to the fact that they've been so good offensively at home this season. It's kind of been a 2 different teams type of situation to start off on the road. Now 1-4, definitely not hitting at the capacity that they have been doing over at Bosse Field. They've scored 5 runs in these 2 games, and they've scored only in 3 innings. 3-run in the first in Game 1, and they scored in the second and the third yesterday, 1 run each. So nothing too big offensively, and they've kind of let Gateway get into games as well. They scored early in the first, but then they just kind of pulled away. Davey Morgan hit a solo shot in the 5th inning to make it 4-2, and then it kind of all unraveled from there, and it was the dagger, the wild pitch from Matt Parento that scored 2. Wild pitch went so far away that it managed to score both Bryson Horn and Tate Wargo. That made it 7-2, and the bullpen for Gateway was locked down between Claudio Galva, Andrew Ronnie, and Gage Vales. They managed to throw 4 scoreless to finish off the day, as Blake Payton, the lefty, got the victory. Ryan Wiltsey on the other side got the loss. Mostly for the offense yesterday, it was the Otters not really being able to take advantage of walks. They walked 8 times, and only one of them, Sam Linscott in the second inning, came around to score. So they weren't able to take advantage of free passes didn't really get too many hits, and they also hit into 3 double plays. And Gateway is the league leader in doubles by a pretty wide margin at 62, first in the league. They have also been playing some good defense in this series. In the sweep in Evansville of the Grizzlies against the Otters, they had 3 errors per game, including the back-to-back errors, the drop pop-ups that allowed the game winner to score in Game 2 of the doubleheader when the Otters were at home. But now here, in these 2 games, this series, no errors in either game for Gateway. So even though they're first in errors so far this season in the Frontier League, they have been playing good defense. And that has kind of been the catalyst for Gateway. When they commit 2 or more errors, they are 0 for 6. But when they commit no errors, when they have a good defensive day, they are 6-1. But it's mostly been that plus the offense not really playing up to par so far in these 2 games that have caused the Otters to drop both of these games by scores of 7-3 and 7-2. Now, obviously, the Grizzlies have been having good offense, mostly been getting their runs this series via the home run. The Bryson Horn homer, Davey Morgan made it 4. And then in Game 1, Dale Thomas's homer that wasn't, but Mark Schallenberger getting the dagger in the 6th inning, his 3-run shot. So just not a lot of base hits, but just a lot of home runs that have mostly gone over into that short porch, which the Otters could definitely take advantage of. But it's the reason why the Gateway Grizzlies have so many lefties in that lineup, is because they can take advantage of the short porch. The Otters don't really have too many lefties. They do have 3 starting in this game. But either way, it's also could be about letting the ball travel and taking it the other way over to the short porch out and right. You just got to take advantage of that. And the Otters have not been able to do so. The Grizzlies, second in the league in home runs. They have 23 of them. That's only behind Washington. And 23 at home out of the 27. So it has been a lot of home run hitting, and mostly because of that right field spot. They have hit a good amount over that wall and left. We haven't seen one yet in this series, but it has provided 16% of their runs scored at home so far this season. So after Disco Penguins night, it was a bit of an interesting night. But now we're here, it's Pay It Forward night, which apparently, according to what I heard, is that the fans choose how much the tickets are. It goes down to about $1, and then all the proceeds go to a local charity in the area. So it's for a good cause, Pay It Forward night. I honestly wonder how many people are going to take the dollar option over anything further. But I don't have access to that information, so I'm not gonna be a skeptic about it. But yeah, you do have some games going on. There was one early game, Windy City, who we will face tomorrow, beat Joliet 13-4. They scored 8 runs in the 2nd inning en route to that 13-4 victory. They had 16 hits, and their offense now looking good after losing the first 2 games in that series against Joliet. Might not be the best time for them to get hot when they play the Otters tomorrow and Saturday. Florence is up 1-0 on Lake Erie in the 4th. New Jersey is already up 1-0 in the 1st inning against New York. Ottawa is losing 1-0 to Down East in the 1st inning. And Sussex County, Quebec, Brockton, Trois-Rivières also just started, as well as Tri-City, Mississippi. Washington, Schaumburg as well. And here with the Otters and the Grizzlies. We had another player get thrown out of the game. Looks like it might be rescinded, is what I've heard, but Mark Schallenberger got thrown out by those gentlemen right there, the 3 umpires. It's Andrew Bernius behind the dish calling the balls and strikes. Caleb Groom at first, he's the crew chief, and Jordan Alfonso over at third. It's been a bit of a rough series for the gentlemen in black, as they had a nightmare of a first game, to say the least. Couple ejections, a lot of missed calls, and the second game definitely was a lot better, but Schallenberger got thrown out because of a pitch clock issue. It has been a bit of a rough series for them, but we'll see if they can come back here and have a good third game of the series. As mentioned before, the Otters are heading north to Crestwood to play against Windy City. That's only a 2-game series. We have a Sunday off day, a good old rare Sunday off day, as well as Monday, 2 off days before a home series against Mississippi, and then we're back on the road for 6 against Schaumburg and Lake Erie. Schaumburg is a very good home team. That should be a little bit of a scary series, and Lake Erie is also looking good. So it should be a lot of competitive baseball in the next couple weeks, and a lot of it will be on the road. We'll be seeing a lot of those road grays for the Otters that Billy Easley, the first base coach, is rocking with the plate meeting. Grizzlies are wearing the home blues. There's Ben Petschke, who's going to be the starter for today. Now Petschke is having a decent season, 3.45 ERA and 15 2/3. He's given up 18 hits, 6 earned, 11 walks compared to 10 strikeouts, and it was most of the walks that have been a little bit of an issue. He has walked 4 in his last outing and then walked 5. So we'll see if he can control the walks here, maybe get a few strikeouts and get the Otters here to this victory in Game 3 of the 3-game series. But we will take a quick break for the national anthem. As we see on the other side, Xander Lovin, the starter for Gateway. But national anthem's coming up here on the Otters Digital Network. Well, looks like we're a little delayed here for the national anthem, so we'll take a look at the batting orders first for the home team Grizzlies. Sawyer Smith at short bats first. Jose Alvarez in right field. He's batting second. Mark Schallenberger back after his ejection is at first base batting third. Bryson Horn had a great day yesterday. He's hitting in the cleanup spot. Dale Thomas at DH coming back after the injury. Tate Wargo at second base. Mitchell Sanford in left field. Otto Jones hitting eighth. Doing the catching, Cole Brandon, the center fielder, bats ninth. On the other side for the Otters, John Ponder in center field. Amani Jones at second base. Sam Linscott hits third today in left field. Logan Brown is catching, batting fourth. And then Dennis Pierce moves from the 3 to the 5 spot in the lineup for Game 3. NLG, Blake Robertson, J.J. Cruz, and T.J. Salvaggio, the usual number 9 hitter for the Otters. Another lefty-heavy lineup against the righty and Petschke for the Grizzlies. Smith, Schallenberger, Horn, Sanford, Brandon, all lefties. On the other side, Logan Brown, Robertson, and Cruz are the 3 lefties, as well as a switch hitting Amani Jones for the Otters. So we take a look at the Otters dugout, and they're trying to win here, get something out of this series before heading over to Windy City. On the other side, Gateway is heading to Joliet, so they're going to be heading pretty close to where we're heading after this series. They'll be at Joliet for 3 games. Then they'll head to Washington for 3 more. Then before they're back home for a 9-game homestand against Mississippi, Schaumburg, and Florence. We won't see Gateway until mid-July. The 7th is when we're back here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. And then they come back to Bosse Field for one more series in mid-August. So it'll be the last time for a while before we see these guys. The last little bit of action here between the Grizzlies and the Otters. Not too far away from each other. A little bit of a rivalry, even though they're in different divisions. It's just because of how close they are to each other. It's kind of like the same thing with the Otters and Florence. Maybe a little bit more of a rivalry there because they're in the same division, but Florence is currently in their series with Lake Erie. Winner of that series the loser of that series is going to be in last place at 500. 500 record in last place. A little bit odd considering the fact that there's 3 teams in the North that are 5 games or more under 500. That's just kind of how the cookie crumbles here when there's 18 teams in the Frontier League. Frontier League, pretty big league. Just saying, pretty big league. Grizzlies now at a 7-4 record at home, 1-5 on the road. They're kind of the same as the Otters to start off. The Otters doing a lot better at home, though, at 10-2, but they're 1-4 on the road. As we saw the Otters sweep the Grizzlies last week when the Grizzlies were on the road, and Grizzlies are looking to do the same thing here on the other side in Sauget. First pitch was supposed to be at 6:30, and we still have not done the anthem. So I'm feeling as though we're having a 6:35 start, maybe a little late. But we will head to the national anthem this time for sure on the Otters Digital Network. Papa John's is the official sponsor of the Otters pregame and postgame shows, available every game night before and after each Otters game on the Otters Digital Network and Home Team Network. The Frontier League Network, powered by HTN, is the exclusive home of every Frontier League game this year. Head to EvansvilleOtters.com to sign up today and get a front row seat to every Otters game this year. It's Xander Levin here starting for the Grizzlies. Grizzlies are 0-4 on Thursdays, 1-4 in series finales. So right off the bat, it's looking pretty good for the Otters, but you can never be too sure of things. Maybe 0-5 is in the books on Thursdays. Maybe Thursday's just not their day. You never know. Xander Levin, second season with the Grizzlies. Last season, he had a 4.54 ERA and 37 2/3. This season, he's sitting at a 7.94 now in 11 1/3 innings. And he gave up his most runs of the season in any outing in his last start on the 22nd against Lake Erie. 4 2/3, 5 hits, 6 earned runs, 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, and a home run given up. Interestingly, though, that was the only game in which he has played in that they won. They won that game 11-10. Even though he did give up the 6 earned, he wasn't involved in the decision. He's currently at an 0-1 record. Got the loss in his second outing of the year against the Windy City Thunderbolts. He gave up 4 hits, 4 earned, and 4 innings. John Ponder, first pitch at 6:35 is called ball 1. Well, John Ponder is having himself a very good start to the year. Now has a hit in 4 straight games. Called a strike. It's 1-1. Overall in this series, he's 1 for 8. A couple of 1 for 4 days. He hit a double to lead off the game. First pitch of the game yesterday. As he fouls one way out of the stadium. And it's 1-2. 11 walks, 12 strikeouts for Ponder. Start off the year. 1-2 pitch is a grounder down the line. That's a fair ball. That's going to get all the way over to the bullpen. Gets stuck in the bullpen as Ponder will take second base on the double. So back-to-back days with a leadoff double for Ponder to start the game off. Now yesterday, the Otters had the bases loaded and nobody out, and they did not bring a run in. So they definitely have a chance here to right that ship in the first inning. Got a little lodged under the bullpen. Probably would have been a rule double anyways, but Ponder just sneaks in there, and he has a double. He extends his lead to 8 doubles, leads the team in 2 baggers. First pitch to Amani Jones is outside for ball 1. Jones is 4 for 8, hitting at a 500 in this series, a couple of 2 for 4 days, including a home run in game 1. Grounder down the line, and that one's fair. That's going to get over to the bullpen. Ponder rounds third, and he will come around to score. Throw into second is in time, and Jones is out at second base. A great throw in right field from from Alvarez. And Jones is out trying to stretch it to 2, but the run does come in, and the Otters take a 1-0 lead. I wonder if Jones slowed down rounding first because he thought that was going to be a ground rule double. That one also kind of got stuck in the bullpen over there, but a couple of base hits down the line. And even though there is 1 out, the run does come around to score, so Jones brings in his 3rd RBI of the series. Fly ball into foul ground. Schallenberger has space, and he makes the catch for out number 2. Six runs in this series for the Otters. 3 of them have been brought in now by Jones. And now it's Logan Brown. I feel like it's still the top of the first. A lot has already happened here, though. 1 run, 2 hits. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1 to Logan Brown. Having a bit of a rough stretch, though. 1 for 7 so far in this series. Still hitting at a 327. Good breaking ball, hits the zone, and it's 0-2. So that's the 11th earned run given up by Levin. He's now given up 12 hits as well. It's been hits and the walks that have been most of the problem, as that one's outside, and it's 1-2. Walks were definitely the problem for Peyton, even though he was able to still get the victory. 1-2. Little outside, and it's a even up 2-2 count. Walked 4 in his last start against Lake Erie. 3 in his second outing. 2 in the first. Over to third base. Throw on to first from Horn is in time for out number 3. So the Otters do bring a run in as Amani Jones brings in John Ponder as we head to the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 Otts on the Otters Digital Network. First inning is brought to you by Mesker Park Zoo and Botanical Gardens. Visit the Mesker Park Zoo at 1545 Mesker Park Drive in Evansville, Indiana. Thought I would be a little bit more whimsical with the ad read that time. Ben Petschke pitching with a 1-0 lead already here in the bottom of the first. He'll face off against the top 3 in the order: Sawyer Smith, Jose Alvarez, Mark Schallenberger. Logan Brown got the last out, so it took him a little bit to get the gear on, and now he's back out there. So we'll take a look at the defense for the Otters. It's Linscott, Ponder, Castillo, left field to right. Third to first, J.J. Cruz, T.J. Salvaggio, Amani Jones, Blake Robertson with, as the previous mentioned, Logan Brown doing the catching for Petschke. Petschke last pitched in Game 1 of the doubleheader back on the 23rd against Windy City. 5 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 4 walks, 2 strikeouts in the 4-3 victory against the Bolts of Thunder. First pitch fouled away. It's 0-1. Petschke didn't play last season. 2024. 6.62 ERA and 35 1/3 with the single-A Fayetteville Woodpeckers. He's now had Tommy John twice. Fouled away off to the left side. Foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. And it's 0-2. Sawyer Smith hitting at a 3 for 8 so far in this series. Has a double, 2 strikeouts. 0-2 pitch. And he gets a piece of it, stays alive. Still remains at 0-2. Sawyer Smith's home and away splits are very different. 349 at home, 100 on the road at 2-20. And 286 against righties. 0-2. Grounder over to Salvaggio. His throw on to first is in time. A little bit closer than originally expected as Salvaggio. It looked like he couldn't get the ball out of the glove, but does get out number 1. That'll bring up Jose Alvarez. Well, Alvarez threw out Amani Jones trying to stretch a single to a double. Very good throw out from right field. First righty that Petschke is going to face today. And that's a grounder over to Salvaggio. He's going to have to go quick here. Throw on to first is in time, and back-to-back groundouts to short. Have the first 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Good start here for Petschke. Now that'll bring up Mark Schallenberger. Schallenberger 1 for 5, but his one was a 3-run homer in game 1. As he grounds one down the line foul, and it's 0-1. Now Schallenberger got thrown out of the game after arguing a pitch clock issue. Leads the league in homers with 8. As he grounds another one down the first base line, makes it 0-2. That home run in game 1 was his 8th, and he brought him up to 15 RBIs as well, but went 0 for 3 yesterday before getting kicked out of the ball game. Sent to the showers early, as we in the biz say, as he takes his timeout. This is his 5th start at first base. 0-2 is in the turf. Remains now 1-2. Schallenberger, native of St. Louis, but played for the University of Evansville, the Purple Aces. So has a connection to the Otters, at least in some way. That one's outside, makes it 2-2. Hitting .306 against righties so far this season. 2-2. Fly ball into right field. Castillo has room, and he'll make the catch for out number 3. So a good bottom of the first. Some contact, though. But Petschke gets a 1-2-3 bottom of the first inning. Otters still lead at 1-0 as we head to the second on the Otters Digital Network. Top of the second inning is Dennis Pierce will lead off against Xander Lovin. First pitch is called a strike. Pierce, having a 1-for-8 series so far, has struck out at least once in his last 4 games and has been moved from the 3 to the 5 spot in the order. As he fouls one away, he's quickly down 0-2. "14 games coming into this one for Dennis Pierce, and he has not started anywhere else except for the 3-hole until today. Trying to switch things up a little bit, puts Linscott in the 3 spot, does McCauley. Grounder over to short. Sawyer Smith on a couple hops over to first as Schallenberger scoops it up, and that's out number 1. LG. One for 7 so far. Went 0 for 4 yesterday with a couple strikeouts. That was the first 0 for he's had since his first game, which was also against Gateway. Game 1 of the doubleheader, he went 0 for 2 on the 21st. Did manage to drive in a run, though, but has gotten a hit in each and every game until yesterday. And now he's quickly down 0-2. 11 has been getting into good counts pretty early here now to start the game. 0-2. Ripped up the middle and into center field for a base hit. Now LG back to his hitting ways. His 8th hit of the year, now in his 8th game. And he's 1 for 1. So runner on first with 1 out. That'll bring up Blake Robertson. Robertson has not yet played in this series. He's struggling to start off the year, to say the least. 2 for 22 to start, hitting at an .091. His 2 hits have been pretty major, though. Hit the solo home run in the 15-5 victory against Gateway, and then drove in 2 against Windy City to give them that comeback win, 4-3 in Game 1 of the doubleheader on the 23rd. So his hits have been pretty clutch, but just hasn't gotten too many of them to start the year off. 1-1 pitch. Grounded over to Billy Easley. Makes a nice grab over there at first base. Makes it 1-2. This is definitely the stadium you'd want to see Blake Robertson absolutely mash one into the short porch in right field. I've seen him get a hold of one before. 1-2. A little outside on the fastball. Makes it 2-2. Robertson last game was on Sunday. He went 0 for 3 against Windy City in that last game of the series. It's also the last win the Otters have had. 2-2, check swing. And he did not go around, which makes it a full count. 3-2 with 1 out. LG on first after his single. Couple lefties in a row here to face off against Levin. Robertson with J.J. Cruz on deck. Full count, runner goes, and that is ball 4. So Robertson will take the first walk issued by Levin today. And now 2 on with 1 out for J.J. Another lineup of J.J. and T.J. doing the hitting in the bottom of the order. LG, J.J., T.J. are in the bottom 4. It's getting confusing at this point. Cruz played in Game 1 of the series. Drove in a run, got a base hit. Takes a strike a little bit on the lower side, and it's 0-1. 222 so far this season for Cruz. Swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Another 0-2 count here for Levin. That's now the 3rd one in this inning. Cruz's elbow guard just fell off. I'm not sure if I've seen that before. Interesting stuff. LG on second, Blake Robertson on first. 1 out. 0-2. Couple looks back from Levin. Now he deals, and he gets a piece of it, fouls it back to the screen, and it remains at 0-2. So the Otters got a run in the top of the first inning. Monty Jones driving in John Ponder. They lead it 1-0. Offense looking pretty good to start, but it's been the later innings where they've really struggled. That's a fly ball into left field. Let it travel a little too much. Fouls another one off, and it's going to remain at 0-2. Hitters are 4 for 12 so far against Levin with runners in scoring position. Runners on base in general, 353. That's ripped into center field, and that'll drop in for a base hit. LG had a late start, so he'll get the stop sign at third. But a single by Cruz has the bases loaded with 1 out for TJ. Well, the Otters got to capitalize here. Trying to get a big hit here with the bases loaded, as there's going to be a mound visit between Otto Jones and Xander Levin with Salvaggio up. He has been a pretty good hitter in the clutch so far, but overall as a team, the Otters haven't really gotten that clutch hit in this series. Salvaggio, 245. Currently at a 1 for 7 in this series, so he is struggling a little bit. Went 0 for 6 in the first series at home against Gateway. But has those 10 ribbies. Still has yet to hit his first professional homer. Could be a good chance for it here. First pitch called a strike. Bases loaded. Bases loaded here as he fouls one off, and it's another 0-2 count for Lovin. Lovin's been able to get him 0-2, but has only been able to finish the job once for the first out. Gives up a lot of contact, though. 50% of his outs have come via the flyout coming into this one. 32 on ground outs. 0-2 in the turf. Good block by Jones, and it's 1-2. Kind of a make or break at bat here. Ponder is on deck. And he does already have a double. 1-2. Grounder down the third base line. Remain at 1-2. Salvaggio stays alive to face another pitch against Lovin. He's already given up the 1 run. The Otters had the bases loaded with nobody out in the first inning yesterday. Didn't bring a run across. Now trying to end that here. Grounder over to second base. Tossed to short for 1. On to first, and he is in time. That is a very close call at first. And it did not seem like he was out there. And we are having more umpire issues. And he definitely looked like he was safe. But it is a 4-6-3 double play grounded into by Salvaggio. And the Otters have the bases loaded and are unable to score yet again. We'll see if we'll have another player or coach get tossed here in Game 3 on the Otters Digital Network. Another day, another umpire argument after a bad call, as Andy McCauley doesn't get tossed, but he definitely had some words for Caleb Groom over at first base. He's the crew chief here, and as he was walking off the field, he was giving the death stare to home plate umpire Andrew Bernius, as obviously coaching staff of the Otters not the biggest fans of the umpires at all in this entire series, as that was a pretty big call that could have brought in a second run and brought Ponder up with the bases loaded, but instead it's a 4-6-3 double play, 68th for Gateway. And it's still 1-0 Otters. Bryson Horn, Dale Thomas, Tate Wargo facing Petschke in the second inning. Foul tip into the glove is called strike 1. 0-1's a little outside, makes it 1-1. Bryson Horn is 4 for 8 this series. He started 0 for 4 and then had a monster game yesterday. Went 4 for 4, hit a homer, drove in 3. And his homer in the first was pretty much all that Gateway needed, as the Otters couldn't pull off any sort of comeback after scoring 1 in the second inning and 1 in the third. 1-2. Little high. Makes it 2-2. Bryson Horn actually hitting better against lefties this season. 300 against lefties compared to 271. Fouled back just to the left of me. And it'll remain at 2-2. Oh, it's rolling down. That's how close it was. I got to see it roll down the little overhang here. That's out in front of the box. Another one fouled off. Foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. Still remains at 2-2 here against Bryson Horn. Two. Got him on the foul tip into the glove. First strikeout of the day for Petschke. And that's out number 1 here in the second. Dale Thomas. Oh, it's a pretty big deal that Dale Thomas is even playing in this game. He took a shot to the face off of Marcos Gonzalez in yesterday's game. And now he gets hit with a pitch. Well, Dale Thomas has had a very painful series, to say the least. That one a little less painful than the ball he took to the face, but he's all smiles about it over at first base. Tate Wargo. Man on first here with 1 out. Shows bunt, pulls it back, and it's just a little low for ball 1. Wargo's had a decent series, 3 for 6. 1 for 4 after getting the start in game 1. Came in for Thomas after his injury, went 2 for 2. Now getting the start with Thomas in game 3. 1-0 pitch is just a little high, possibly, for ball 2. So after the 2 for 2 day, Wargo's now hitting .333 now in his 12th game of the year. Saw him pitch in the 15-5 game, game 1. Fly ball into right field. That is veering off foul over to the Grizzlies bullpen. It's 2-1. Wargo hitting .393 against righties, .125 against left-handed pitching. Same splits at home and on the road. He's only faced lefties on the road, apparently. Little high, it's 3-1. Runner on first, 1 out. Otters have a 1-0 lead. Hit by pitch was the first base runner of the day for Gateway. 3-1. And that is ball 4. And now they have 2 base runners. As Petschke, hopefully the walk issue is not coming back here, and that's just a one-off. As he walks Wargo, puts 2 on with 1 out for Sanford. And those are definitely 2 batters that you'd love to get out, especially because there's 2 lefties in the next 3 coming up, starting with Sanford. First pitch. Grounder to second. Jones flips to short for 1. Salvaggio to first. And it's a double play. So back-to-back 4-6-3s in the top of the second and the bottom of the second. And the frame as we head to the third, Otters with a 1-0 lead on the Otters Digital Network. John Ponder leads off in the top of the third inning. Otters have a 1-0 lead. Definitely going to need to put some more runs up on the board. As Gateway's offense has been doing pretty well so far. First pitch called a ball. Ponder definitely got some good offense. He doubled to lead off the game for the second straight game and then came around to score the only run so far today and is now up in the count 2-0. Ponder has only started in the leadoff spot this season, and he has not gotten a pitch to hit quite yet. It's 3-0. 3-0 pitch is ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Ponder, second issued by Lovin. And Ponder's now reached twice in 2 ABs. That'll bring up Jones. Jones. Oh, there's a bird in the press box. There's a bird just chilling in the press box. Got him to shoo away. First pitch running, throw to second is not in time, and John Ponder steals second on the first pitch. First pitch was called a ball, by the way, and he moves into scoring position. Well, Ponder really the only guy on the team that's stealing bases at a consistent rate. He's got 7 of them now. Otter's not a team that runs all too much. High chopper over to second. That'll advance Ponder to third. Throw to first from Wargo is in time, and that's out number 1. So Ponder sits 90 feet away from scoring another run here for the Otts. That'll bring up Linscott. Linscott has only driven in 1 run, and that was yesterday. Hit a sac fly in the third. Possible another sac fly. What's the record for most sac flies in a row? That's one of those obscure stats that definitely is going to need some looking up to do. I'm sure like only MLB teams can really find that information out, but high fly ball into center field, and that will probably score Ponder from third as Brandon makes the catch. And Ponder will jog home and score the second run for the Otters. So back-to-back games with a sac fly for Linscott, and the Otters now lead it 2-0 here in the top of the third. 97 off the bat, hit 352. That one to right field, might be 3-0, but hit to center. Linscott still got an RBI out of it. That's the main thing. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1. 11 last year pitched in 2 games against Evansville. One on 7-11. 2/3 of an inning, 2 earned runs, 4 hits. And then he pitched on the last day of the season through 5 innings, 1 run, 7 hits. Only gave up the 1 run on 7 hits. Wow. No walks in either of those games. Struck out 2. 1-1. Swung on and missed. Makes it 1-2. Logan Brown grounded out to Bryson Horn at third base in his first at-bat. Levin from Columbia, Missouri. Another chopper over to second base as Wargo will toss to first for out number 3. Couple ground outs to Wargo at second base. The Otters do bring a run in, though. Sac fly by Sam Linscott brings in a second run. 2-0 Otters as we head to the bottom of the third on the Otters Digital Network. Third inning is brought to you by Precision Pest and Wildlife. Every great team brings precision to the field. We bring it to your home and business. Call 812-993-3341 or visit precisionpestwildlife.com. Let's elevate the standard together. Sam Linscott really elevated on his sac fly to center field. That ended up scoring John Ponder from third. Otters up 2. It's Otto Jones, Cole Brannon, then the top of the lineup, and Sawyer Smith to lead off here in the bottom of the third inning. Petschke gave up a couple of free passes in the second inning, but was able to get out of it scoreless after getting Mitchell Sanford to ground into the 4-6-3 double play. First pitch a little inside on the breaking ball, makes it 1-0. Otto Jones, first appearance in this series, hitting at a 192, 5 for 26. 3 of those 5 runs have come in the Lake Erie series, 1 game. 3 for 3 on the 22nd. Hit 2 homers, drove in 4 runs. Career day for Otto Jones. High fly ball into shallow right field. Cruz, Castillo, Robertson. It's Castillo. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. It's always a scary situation over there. You got 3 guys looking to see who can catch the ball. 2 of them are 6'4" and above. Now Castillo ends up running it down for out number 1. That'll bring up Cole Brannon. First pitch to Brannon. Little inside, and it's 1-0. Cole Brannon sitting at a 1 for 6 in this series. Went 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts yesterday. One-0 grounder over to Jones at second base. His throw to first is in time, and that's out number 2. Quickly 2 down here in the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order, Sawyer Smith. Petschke looking for his second 1-2-3 inning out of 3. Trying to get Sawyer Smith out here to end the third. 6-3 ground out in his first at-bat for Smith. First pitch from Petschke. Besides the walk, Petschke's also been pretty efficient so far through his 2 2/3. 1-0. Fly ball into shallow center. Ponder will just let it drop in front of him. And that's the first hit of the day for Gateway as Sawyer Smith gets on with a 2-out single. At first it looked like Ponder was going to try and dive for that one, but he takes the safe option and just gives Smith first base here with 2 outs. Jose Alvarez will try to advance, maybe score a run for the Grizzlies after their first hit of the day. Back pick to first, and back safely is Smith. Now, Smith is big on the stolen bases. Leads the team in stolen bases. He's got 9 of them so far this season. Last season with Gateway, 21 games, he only stole 2. Throw back to first, not in time. Alvarez has a hit in 4 straight games. Grounded out to short in his last at-bat. Overall, 2 for 9 with a double. Throw back again, a little closer that time. As Smith had a little bit of a late reaction, but he is back safely yet again, and that's 2 disengagements for Petschke. So looking pretty likely that Smith's going to try and take second here. Has a pretty big lead off of first, but not going to risk it. Petschke launches one into the dugout of the Grizzlies, and luckily no one was hurt. That one was a laser that everyone had to back out of the way of. At least it looks like everyone's okay. Looked like Wargo might have been the closest guy to it. But everyone okay over there in the Grizzlies dugout. Don't want to see an injury. That one is high for ball 2 as Alvarez didn't even really take the bat off of his shoulder. He'll take his hitter's timeout. Alvarez hitting .391 so far, now in his 7th game after spending some time on the IL. They're back again, and they got him at first. Third disengagement works to perfection as Petchke picks off Smith at first base, and that's out number 3. So Petchke took the risk, and it pays off in dividends, as that is out number 3. If they didn't get him, it would have been a balk, and he would have moved to second base, but they do. And it does end up being another 1-2-3 for Petchke, even after the single. So we'll head to the 4th. Otters up 2-0 on the Otters Digital Network. Well, the 4th inning is brought to you by Sheet Metal Workers Local 20. For 138 years, Sheet Metal Workers have led the way in sheet metal industries like heating and air, architectural, industrial, and more. Visit smart20evansville.com for more information. So the pickoff over at first ended the frame in the bottom half of the 3rd after the Grizzlies get their first hit of the day, and now Dennis Pierce leads off with a ball against Lovin. Pierce grounded out to short in his first at-bat. Ripped into left field and a base hit for Pierce. So Pierce's 2nd hit of the series. He's now at a 2 for 10. And he leads off with a single. 3rd time in 4 innings the Otters have led off with a base runner. LG also got a single in his first at-bat. Ended up advancing to 3rd. Didn't come around to score, though. There's a grounder up the middle, over to 2nd. Tosses short for 1, on to 1st, and it's a double play. So another double play grounded into by Evansville. And it's another 4-6-3 that ends the leadoff threat. Now there's 2 outs and nobody on for Robertson. 69 double plays for Gateway. They just keep on getting them. Talk about they have the most in the league, but it's a pretty decent sized gap between 1st and 2nd. Ottawa's in 2nd. They have 49. They have 20 more than the 2nd most team in double plays. And you also have the most errors with Ottawa in 2nd. So maybe there's some correlation between errors and double plays, because Gateway and Ottawa are top 2 in both. 2-0 is called a strike against Robertson. Ended up walking in his first at-bat. First of 2 walks issued by Lovin so far today. 2-1 is a strike on the outside edge. Makes it 2-2. Well, Lovin working a little bit faster here in the 4th. 2-2. A little low and away. Goes off, I think the cleat, maybe the shin guard of Jones, goes all the way over to the Otters dugout. So now the payoff here with 2 outs. Ripped into the gap in left center field. That'll drop in, and it'll be a base hit for Robertson. He takes a wide turn around first as the throw in stops him from advancing to second, even though the throw is a little off. So a single for Robertson, his 3rd of the season. As Robertson has now reached twice, and that will bring up Cruz. Cruz also has a base hit. You know, the Otters are getting hits at a pretty good rate here. 2 runs on 6 of them. 2 in the first, 2 in the second, now here 2 in the 4th. Cruz takes outside for ball 1. And as mentioned before, it's been the hits that have been an issue for 11. He gives up a lot of contact, and if you're giving up a lot of contact, even the groundouts and flyouts get you a lot of outs, but also in return a lot of risk with the base hits. As he fouls one off, and it's 1-1. Lovin played with North Central Missouri and Northwest Missouri State for his collegiate seasons, 2019 to 2023. So that one's low, and it's 2-1. Didn't play baseball at all in 2024. He had Tommy John in between that. He had an accounting job, but he left that job to sign with Gateway for last season. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. So 11 at 26 years old. Hasn't really gone too far away in terms of baseball playing from his hometown of Columbia, Missouri. Northwest Missouri State in Maryville between Kansas City and Omaha. So, as mentioned, Northwest Missouri. And then North Central is in Trenton, Missouri, which is north of Chillicothe. Home of the Paints. 2-2 just inside, and Jones wanted to throw it around as if it was strike 3. Gets the bad news. It's a full count now with 2 outs, and Robertson will get a head start over there at first base. Walk would put Salvaggio on again with runners in scoring position. 3-2, runner goes, and it's outside for ball 4. So the 3rd walk for Lovin as Cruz reaches, moves Robertson to second base, and Salvaggio now 2 at-bats here with 5 runners on. He grounded into the 4.63 DP, in which he was maybe not safe at first, called out. Another chance here, though. First pitch is hit into deep left center field, and that one is going to go over the wall. It took a hop at the top of the wall, but TJ Salvaggio has his first professional home run, and it's a 3-run shot that puts the Otters on top 5-0. So TJ has his first pro homer, is up to 13 RBI on the season, and the Otters getting some offense here with runners in scoring position in Game 3. They lead it by 5. Someone grab that baseball. You got to feel good for TJ. He's had a little bit of a rough stretch. Grounded into that double play in his first at-bat, but immediately picks everybody up, gets one out. As Jones already down 0-2, or sorry, Ponder already down 0-2 with Jones on deck. Well, big congrats to TJ. He's definitely going to have a happy bus ride to Windy City. Fouled away, still remains at 0-2. And hopefully the Otters will too, 5-0. They needed a big swing in this series, and that might have just been it. 0-2 is a little low. I'm not sure how thin that wall is, but that had to have been pretty pinpoint if it bounced off of the top of it and then went over. 1-2. is a little high, and it's 2-2. So 5 runs now given up by Lovin after the 3-run homer. Season high 6 in his last start against Lake Erie. 2-2, another one fought off to the right side. Foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. 2-2 now against Ponder. Two is in the dirt, and it's 3-2. Ponder's already reached twice, and he fouls another one off. So a nice long at-bat here for Ponder, and the pitch count keeps on rising for Lovin. Another full count here. Another payoff. Got him swinging. First strikeout for Lovin as he gets Ponder swinging for out number 3. But a big, and I mean big, swing from TJ Salvaggio. Drives in 3. His first professional home run puts the Otters up 5-0 as we head to the bottom of the 4th on the Otters Digital Network. The Otters lead it by 5 here in the bottom of the 4th. This is the Evansville offense we've been looking for and the ones we've seen at home as they lead it 5-0. Alvarez takes a first pitch strike. He was up to end the 3rd inning before Sawyer Smith got picked off as that one is into the gap in right center field. That's going to get all the way to the wall as Alvarez heads into second base with a leadoff double. Now Gateway's getting into business here. They're facing a pretty big deficit now, down 5, but they have scored 7 in both games so far this series. Schallenberger will try to bring in the first run for Gateway. First pitch a little inside. Schallenberger flew out to LG in right field his first at-bat. Alvarez, that double, his second of the series, as he hit a double in the first game. That was a hit in all 3 games, and now in his last 5, as that one is just inside, a little high, makes it 2-0. Peshke has thrown a pretty solid 3 scoreless. Now has to try and get out of a jam here. First leadoff man to reach for Gateway in this game. 2-0. Fouled back to the netting, makes it 2-1. Schallenberger, then Bryson Horn, 2 lefties facing off against Peshke with a runner in scoring position, nobody out. Schallenberger, 250 average with runners in scoring position. He hammers one to deep right field, and number 9 is way out of here from Schallenberger. 423 for Schallenberger as he extends his league lead. 9 home runs, 17 RBI. And definitely not what you want to see if you're Evansville after just extending that lead to 5. Luckily, the Otters are still up 3, but Schallenberger absolutely crushed that one. No doubter for Schallenberger, and he's got 9. He's looking to be the first guy to reach 10 homers, double digits, in the Frontier League. Horn grounds it to first. So nice little recovery for Peshke as Robertson tags the bag for out number 1. So Horn 0 for 4, then 4 for 4, and now 0 for 2. Dale Thomas got hit by a pitch on the first pitch he saw. So 0 for 0 with the HBP going on to his stat line today as he almost gets hit by another one. Has to duck out of the way of that one. I feel as though Dale Thomas is becoming a ball magnet in this series. 1-0. That is a little high. It's 2-0. You got to feel for Dale Thomas. He's been put through the ringer this series, to say the least. 2-0. High fly ball into deep center. Ponder running back. He keeps going. He's at the wall, and he makes the catch at the track for out number 2. It almost looked like Ponder didn't realize how far that one was going to go. That was 380. A very long fly out for Dale Thomas, and that's out number 2. It is really hard to hit a ball over the wall out there in center field. Tate Wargo walked in his first at-bat. It's the only walk given up by Peshke. First pitch shows bunt. Pulls it back, but it's called a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, Wargo has been pretty busy on the defensive side of things. Has gotten a lot of grounders his way and has turned 2 double plays. Has been the start of 2 DPs already today. So getting a lot of work in at second base. Not as much on the offensive side just because of the walk. He hasn't gotten too many pitches to hit, at least in that last at-bat, but now it's an 0-2. Reaches out, pokes one foul off to the right side. It'll remain at 0-2, and it might roll down. They're waiting on it to roll down. I don't think it ever did, though. 0-2 pitch. Soft grounder to short. Salvaggio running, throwing over to first, and it's bobbled by Robertson at first. I think Wargo would have made it either way. And it's an infield single for Tate Wargo. He's having a good series so far. Mitchell Sanford now up. There's somebody warming in the bullpen for Gateway already here after the 5 runs given up by Lovin. It is a lefty. Don't see a number, so I'm not too sure who it is. First pitch to Mitchell Sanford is right down on the corner. 0-1. Wargo on first. Does have some speed. Doesn't go on that pitch. Grounder over to second base. Jones, throw to first is perfect as he was falling backwards. And that is out number 3. Good defense over at second base from Amani Jones for out number 3, but an absolute missile from Schallenberger puts 2 on the board for Gateway. Otters still up 3, though. It's 5-2 as we head to the 5th on the Otters Digital Network. Fifth inning is brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings. Bottomless apps are now here. Dine in only. Visit either Evansville locations, 5405 Pearl Drive and 715 North Green River Road. For details, we have a pitching change. Xander Lovin is out of the game, and he finishes with 4 innings, 7 hits, 5 earned, 3 walks, and a strikeouts. Not only do we have a new pitcher, but we have a new Grizzly. This is Eli Cartwright. He has not pitched yet for Gateway. He signed 2 days ago, and this is his first bit of professional playing time. So we're watching some professional debuts, a couple of milestones. First homer for TJ last inning, and now the first bit of pitching in the professional ranks for Eli Cartwright. He most recently spent this collegiate season with the University of Missouri St. Louis, where he had a 3 ERA in 72 innings. And his first professional pitch to Amani Jones is a little low, but called strike 1. Cartwright, left-handed, coming from Oklahoma City, standing at 6'2", 225. 0-1 a little inside, makes it 1-1. Cartwright walked a little bit of guys, 53 with Missouri St. Louis this season, but he struck out 101. So he does have a lot of good strikeout stuff. Check swing, and it's a no-go, makes it 2-1. Great Lakes Valley Conference Pitcher of the Year, first team selection as well. Two-1. Swung on and missed. Foul tip, and it's 2-2. Cartwright looking to get his first strikeout, and his first batter faced. 2-2. That one's in the turf, and it flies way up. Look out. Almost would have hit the umpire. They didn't really pay attention to where that one was landing. So it's 3-2 now. Cartwright, third base side of the rubber, kicks and deals. That is just outside for ball 4. And Amani Jones is on with the leadoff walk. Was that not ball 4? They're saying it's ball 3. I could have sworn that was ball 4. I counted 4. Everybody in the press box counted 4. Oh, another mistake from the umps. Here we go again. So a 4-2 pitch. That one's ball 5, and Monty Jones will take the 5-pitch walk. The rare 5-pitch walk for Amani Jones. Never before seen. We all kind of looked around at each other in the press box like, that was ball 4, right? That was ball 4? Is that not ball 4? That was ball 4. Either way, Jones is on first after the 5-pitch walk, as the first pitch is high and away to Linscott. He's 0 for 1, popped out to Schallenberger at first base and foul ground his first at-bat, then hit a sac fly that drove in Ponder. 1-0 is outside, and it's 2-0. Now Cartwright struggling a little bit to locate here in his first outing as a professional. I'm sure the nerves are a little bit up for him. 2-0 pitch. Fouled away off to the right side. There it goes, and it's going to leave the stadium. 2-1. Cartwright, first in ERA in the Great Lakes Valley Conference, ranked second in opposing batting average. He had a 206, and he ranked behind his teammate now in Josh Dima. 2-1 shows bunt. Doesn't get one to drop down, and it's 2-2. A bit of a surprise attack there from Linscott. Doesn't really work out in his favor. Jones on first, nobody out. 2-2. Fouled away as Linscott got a piece of one. That'll get out of play. Look out, concourse. Will remain at 2-2. Now Cartwright spent his first 3 seasons with Northern Oklahoma Tonkawa, then went to Eastern Illinois for 2 years, and then this season with Missouri St. Louis. 2-2. Grounder up the middle, over to short. He'll toss a second for 1 on to first, and it's another double play for Gateway. Double play number 70 for the Grizzlies. They keep on keeping on. That's 3 double plays now in 5 innings for Gateway, and now nobody on with 2 outs for Logan Brown. Cartwright looking to get a scoreless first inning of work as a professional now. First pitch is a curveball called a strike to Logan Brown. He's 0 for 2, 2 ground outs. 1 to third, 1 to second. Both of them ended innings, ended the first and the third. 0-1 swung on and missed. It's 0-2. Cartwright looking for a scoreless top of the 5th. 0-2. Fouls it away to the left side. Cartwright, 4-seamer, curveball, slider, changeup combo, 4-pitch mix, 0-2. Little high and away. 1-2. Good take from Logan Brown. He almost swung at that one. Now the 1-2 from Cartwright. Little inside, almost hits him, straightens him up a little bit, makes it 2-2. Cartwright struck out double-digit batters in 4 games as a starter, now in the bullpen. Got him swinging. First professional strikeout for Cartwright, as they're going to save that ball. Congrats to Eli Cartwright for his first pro strikeout of the day. That's the second strikeout by Grizzlies pitching, and a very solid first professional inning from Cartwright. We might see him come out for a second as he throws a 1-2-3 5th inning. We head to the bottom of the 5th, halfway through here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. 5-2 Otters on the Otters Digital Network. Bottom 5-2 Otters. A very successful first inning of work in the professional ranks for Eli Cartwright. Ben Petschke is still out there. He gave up the 2-run homer to Schallenberger, but otherwise he's been pitching quite well and has limited the walks, which is a good key. He walked 4 in his last start. Before that, it was 5. Only has 1, Tate Wargo. And if he goes all 5 here, he'll be in line for the victory if the score holds. He'll face off against Otto Jones, Cole Brandon, then the top of the lineup in Sawyer Smith. With the Grizzlies down 3, and we'll have a pitch clock violation already on Jones. So it's 0-1. And Jones just kind of took it. We saw something like that happen. He's already down 0-2 now as he swings and misses. That whole pitch clock violation stuff was the reason that Schallenberger got tossed last night after arguing for a good while about it. And Otto Jones didn't even feel like he said anything to the umpire after. He just kind of took it. But he swings and misses for strike 3. Good old 2-pitch strikeout for Petschke. That's strikeout number 2 for him, and it's out number 1 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Well, maybe the pitch clock violation might have thrown off Otto Jones, which is why he swung at 2 pitches that were a little bit away from him. First pitch to Brandon called a strike. Oh, 1. Grounder over to second base. Jones will grab it. His throw on to first is in time as Robertson reaches out to grab that one, and it's another 4-3 ground out for Brandon. 0 for 2 now with 2 ground outs to second. That's out number 2 in the 5th, and Petschke making very quick work of the bottom of the order to start the bottom of the 5th. Sawyer Smith is 1 for 2. Grounded out to short. Hit a single in the 3rd, but got picked off at first on a very risky pickoff move, which was a 3rd disengagement. If he was safe, he would have been able to go to second on the balk, but got caught a little bit too far out on his lead. And that ended the 3rd inning. 1-1. That hit, though, for Smith means he now has a hit in 6 straight games going back. His last offer was against the Otters in the last series in Evansville, Game 2 of the doubleheader. He actually finished 0 for 10 in that entire series, but since then has gotten a hit in 6 games in a row since. The 1-2. Grounder to first. Right of the line, Robertson picks it up, but it is a foul ball. It will remain at 1-2. Jose Alvarez on deck. He doubled, came around to score on the Schallenberger home run. Fouled back to the screen, and it's another 1-2. Well, if Petschke can get this 3rd out, wouldn't be surprised if he comes out here for the 6th inning. We have a game tomorrow and a game Saturday. Possibly save the bullpen for them. Another 1-2. Grounder to 3rd. Cruz finally getting some work over there at 3rd. Throws across the diamond to 1st. And that's out number 3. So a very solid bottom of the 5th for Ben Petschke. And definitely wouldn't be surprised if he comes out for the 6th as we head to the 6th, the top half. 5-2 Otters on the Otters Digital Network. The sixth inning is brought to you by United Fidelity Bank. The experience you need and the service you deserve since 1914. Well, I'm sure Eli Cartwright is all smiles after getting his first professional strikeout of Logan Brown to end the top of the fifth inning. Now here in the sixth, threw a 1-2-3 frame, walked Amani Jones on 5 balls, and got the double play from Lynn Scott, then struck out Brown. First inning is a scoreless one as a professional. Now he's back out there for another inning. And he'll face off against Dennis Pierce, LG Castillo, and Blake Robertson to lead off the top of the sixth inning. The Otters up 3. They were up 5, but wouldn't hurt to get some more insurance. They've been looking pretty good offensively so far. 5 runs on 7 hits. First pitch to Pierce is called an inside strike. 90 on the fastball. 0-1 a little high. Makes it 1-1. Dennis is 1 for 2. Hit a single in his last at-bat. Another inside ball called a strike. Hits the inside edge. Makes it 1-2 as Pierce will call his timeout. One run in the first, 1 in the third, then 3 in the fourth for the Otters. 3-run homer from TJ Salvaggio. Staying alive is Pierce as he fouls one off. Well, Pierce heading into this game against lefties, is hitting .412. Another 1-2, a little outside and low as Otto Jones had to kind of reach out and grab that one across his body. 2-2. Third base side of the rubber for Cartwright. He deals the 2-2. That one inside this time and low. Has Pierce bouncing out of the way of that one, and it's a full count. Otters led off the fifth inning with a walk. Leadoff man has reached in 4 of the 5 innings so far. High fly ball into shallow left field. Pierce got way under that one. He hit that one to the moon, and it's caught by Sanford on its way back down. Out number 1 on the fly out to left field. That thing was up there for a minute. LG Castillo now up with 1 out, nobody on in the top of the 6th. LG now gets straightened up on an inside fastball. No, Cartwright's been trying to hit that inside edge for all the righties so far. 1-0. Fouled it away. That's getting out of the stadium. My God, that is way out. 1-1. 1-1 pitch is a very high curveball. Falls outside, makes it 2-1. Cartwright this season, 72 innings. That was his most innings pitched since his last season at Tonkawa, 76 2/3. Hit a 3.87 ERA that season. That was pretty much the only playing time he got with Tonkawa, as he only pitched 2 innings in 2021, then redshirted in 2022. Got a combined 42 2/3 in 2 seasons with Eastern Illinois. 3-1 is going to miss for ball 4, so LG Castillo reaches for the second time today on the second walk issued by Cartwright, 5th overall by Grizzlies pitching. And the Grizzlies so far in this series have walked a lot of batters. They walked 8 yesterday, now 5 here today. Still only one of those walks has come around to score. Ponders in the 3rd. First pitch inside to Robertson, and it's 1-0. Robertson having a good day. He's reached twice. He's walked and singled. Both of those at-bats came against Lovin. First lefty-lefty matchup he's seeing today. 1-1 pitch. Little low, and it's 2-0. Well, Cartwright is pretty much pitching how he did at Missouri St. Louis. Walking a lot, but also striking out guys as well. 8-3 record this season. One of the few guys that signed out of college after playing this season, as the collegiate seasons are starting to end, and the best guys are moving up to the professional ranks. Probably see a slew of guys being signed after the MLB draft, just some undrafted guys that want an opportunity in pro ball. 2-1 is a low strike 2, and it's 2-2. Robertson, one of the few gentlemen that have taken the risk of playing for both Oklahoma and Oklahoma State. Definitely an Oklahoma guy, though. He had his best collegiate season there. A little low. Robertson from the OKC area, so he's been following the OKC Thunder in their trek to repeat in the NBA. Big Thunder fan. Payoff pitch. Off the end of the bat over to third. Throw to second for 1, on to first. And Robertson will make it there safely. Fielder's choice gets out number 2 at second base, and now Robertson reaches for the 3rd time today. That'll bring up J.J. Cruz. Cruz currently 1 for 1. Just like Robertson, he also has a single and a walk. Now has Robertson at first with 2 outs. Otters trying to get some insurance against Cartwright. High fastball. He swings and whiffs at it. And it's 0-1. Fouled back. It's 0-2. Speaking of the Thunder, I think they're playing right now. Yeah, they are. 28-20. Spurs are winning. But the Thunder do have the lead in the series 3-2. So if they win this one, they face the Knicks in the finals. Robertson can't check the score. So if any of the Robertson family is watching and you guys are Thunder fans, I'll give you guys some updates. Fouled back. It will remain at 0-2. It's one of those good times in the year where, baseball's in full swing. We got the NHL playoffs, the NBA playoffs. The only thing missing is the NFL. The NFL is still a pretty long ways away. 0-2. Another one fouled off. Foul ball brought to you by Heads Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. J.J. Cruz doing a good job of staying alive here. If anybody's following the NBA, following the madness that is the New York Knicks. Swing and a miss at a pitch that didn't make it the full 66, and throw to first is in time for out number 3. So second strikeout of the day for Cartwright and of his his professional career. He's done with collegiate ball now. Heading to the bottom of the 6-5-2 Otters on the Otters Digital Network. Bottom of the 6th. Some fans enjoying the view here in Sauget, Illinois, as we are ready to go here. Petchke is back out there. We don't have a batter. That's not ideal when you're trying to play baseball. There's Jose Alvarez. He leads off the bottom of the 6th. It's him, Schallenberger, then Bryson Horn. And this will be Petchke's biggest test here as he goes through this lineup for the 3rd time. Last time against Alvarez and Schallenberger, he gave up a double and a home run, and those are the only 2 runs that the Grizzlies have brought across. But Petchke pitching very well. Fly ball into center field. Ponder making a move at it, and he will make the catch and run into the wall. Oh, Ponder's playing some great defense out there in center field, and he saves extra bases. Out number 1. At this rate, you definitely do not want men on for Schallenberger. 376. So Dale Thomas hit a fly ball to center that went 380. That one 376. A couple of short porch home runs that went to the wrong side of the field, so to speak. Schallenberger calling his timeout before the first pitch is thrown. Some more action in the bullpen for Gateway. Still no movement for the Otters. Grounder down the first base line, foul. Makes it 0-1. Who is in the bullpen? Looks like a number 12. So that is Jake Burcham. 0-1 is called a strike on the outside edge. It's 0-2. So Schallenberger, he's got that 2-run homer, now up to 9 on the season, still leading the league. Also has 17 ribbies now. But good pitcher's count here, 0-2. Here's the pitch from Petchke. Little inside, little low as well, and it's 1-2. Otters trying to not get swept, take a game, and advance to 12-6. 1-2 grounder, that's fair. Scooped up by Robertson, though, as he'll tag the bag, and that's out number 2. So Alvarez and Schallenberger double and home run in the 4th, but this time Petchke wins the battle and gets the first 2 out. Petchke might go 7. Yeah, might go 7. We haven't seen anybody go more than 6. Fly ball into foul ground. Enough room for J.J. Cruz, and he makes the catch for out number 3. How about this start from Petchke? He's gone 6, 2 runs given up, and another efficient inning. We'll see if he goes 7. We head to the top of the 7th. 5-2 Otters on the Otters Digital Network. Sixth inning is over, which means we're in the seventh. Seventh inning brought to you by Jacobs Pub. Jacobs Pub is proud to support the Evansville Otters in the Jacobsville neighborhood. Be sure to check out First Fridays on North Main Jacobs Pub at 607 North Main Street. Whoa. I almost had the read right without a voice crack. My apologies. Pitching change. Jake Burcham is on the mound. 23-year-old from Gilbert, Arizona. He is not off to the best start so far this season. Has a 16.20 ERA in 6 2/3. Has given up 17 hits, 12 earned. 4 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 homers. Fouled away. Salvaggio leads it off. He hit his first professional home run in his last at-bat, a 3-run shot that is now proving to be the difference in this one. One. Fly ball into right field. Going back at the track, at the wall. Salvaggio has a 2-homer night. The first Otter this season to hit multiple homers in a game. Salvaggio, pro homer 1 and number 2, goes over the short porch. He is having himself a day, and it's 6-2 Otts. Now Burcham, his problem has been giving up the long ball, and finally somebody on the Otters takes advantage, moves it to the opposite field, and that one got out. 97 off the bat, and TJ Salvaggio, 4 RBIs with 2 homers on the day. Ponder takes outside for ball 1. What a day for TJ. He is having the game of the season so far for the Otters. Called a strike. 93 on the fastball. Ponder is 1 for 2. Struck out in his last at-bat, but has a walk and a double. Ended up scoring on both of those. So, first 2-homer game of the season belongs to the guy that didn't even have a home run to start today. That's a very baseball stat. Foul ball into the mitt of Jones, and that is a strikeout for Burcham. Second time that Ponder struck out today. First strikeout of the day for Burcham, and that's out number 1. Jones is 1 for 2 with a walk. His single, though, in the first inning brought in John Ponder to score the first run of the day for the Otters. That one's a little low, and it's 1-0. Little inside. Well, Burcham, his last time pitching with the Grizzlies was in that 15-5 win. He pitched 3 2/3, gave up 8 hits, 3 earned, 5 strikeouts. Has given up a home run, though, now in his last 3 outings, 3 of his 4. 2-0 is called a strike on the lower part of the zone, and it's 2-1. Two-one. Little low. It's 3-1. Well, Burcham played his entire collegiate career at Tarleton State, Stephenville, Texas, a little bit west of Fort Worth. Swung on and missed. A foul tip at least. It's a full count now, 3-2. Last bit of playing time before signing with Gateway, though, for 2025. He was with the St. Cloud Rocks in the Northwoods League. He was teammates with Sawyer Smith. Payoff pitch. Little high, and it's ball 4. So Jones has now walked in back-to-back ABs. Walk number 6 for Gateway pitching as Jones will head to first. He's now reached 3 times today. That'll bring up Lynn Scott. He is grounded into a double play already. There's a runner on first with 1 out. That is quite unfortunate. First pitch a little inside for ball 1. I think it's time we start talking about the ballpark food here at Arsenal BG. Oh, back pick almost to first as Jones thought about going. 2-0. So yesterday I tried the donut burger, or otherwise known as baseball's best burger. I will say it was pretty good. I'd give it like a 7, 8 out of 10. I definitely didn't really feel like I felt, you know how you eat a bunch of like sugar or like junk food and then you just feel really bad about yourself? That's kind of how I felt eating the donut burger. I was just given a tray of, I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to ask in between innings. But we'll do a little taste test in the bottom half of the 7th inning as a 4-pitch walk to Lynn Scott now has 2 on with 1 out for Logan Brown. It looks sugary, I'll say that. They look like mini, like, I don't even know. I'm going to have to ask. Mound visit. But if you're here at Arsenal BG Ballpark, you find yourself at a Gateway Grizzlies game, I think the donut burger is always, I think that's something you just got to try at least once. Maybe, the Grizzlies are playing against the Otters like they are today. Gateway plays against the Otters a week before the All-Star break. Maybe if, everybody wants to make the trip, try the donut burger. Definitely an experience. They grill the donut inside out so the glaze kind of melts onto the patty. It's a very interesting dynamic. There's a blooper, and that's going to get into left center field for a base hit. Amani Jones is going to get the round from third. He'll head home, and it's an RBI single for Logan Brown. And the Otters have flipped the script here. They lost 7-2 yesterday. Now they're up 7-2 today. Logan Brown bringing in a run. Lynn Scott advances first to third. Otters now finally looking good offensively in this series, putting together some hits. Doing well here in Game 3. Now it is Dennis Pierce who takes a strike. Pierce 1 for 3 as a single, fly out and a ground out so far today. Playing in the 5 spot for the first time. Inside, it's 1-1. So Bertram is continuing his tough start to the season. Now giving up 14 earned runs in 7 innings. Still has only gotten 1 out here in the 7th. That's a strike. Makes it 1-2. I'm so intrigued by this food that is in front of me. I wish we had the booth cam in here because I would have definitely had a cut to it so we could try it. Maybe I could try stuff when we're at Bossy Field, see what food they got there. We'll do a little series of taste tests. Let me know how the audience feels about that one. Fouled away, it'll remain at 1-2. Lynn Scott on third with Logan Brown on first after his RBI single. Pierce trying to bring in an 8th, possibly. 1-2. In the turf. Doesn't have a chance to do it there. Not a pitch to swing at. Makes it 2-2. Last season with Tarleton State, Bertram had a 5.83 ERA and 66 1/3. Gave up 91 hits, 43 earned. That is ripped into left field and a base hit. Coming in from third is Lynn Scott. He will score. Dennis Pierce brings in another run for the Otters. And it's 8-1. or 8-2. Pierce now 2 for 4 on the day, has his first RBI of the day as well. The Otters now 8 runs on 10 hits. Everybody in the starting lineup has a base hit except for Lynn Scott, but he did just walk and come around to score. So still finding ways to put things together offensively. He also has a sac fly, so no hits, but even Lynn Scott is finding ways to have good offensive days. And it's been an overall fantastic offensive day for the Otts. First pitch is called a strike to Castillo. LG's hit came in the second inning. He's 1 for 2. Has reached twice. He walked in the 6th. His last at bat, that was high pop up, a very high pop up. My goodness, might have hit a plane coming from the airport nearby, but it's caught. Infield fly rule in effect, and that's out number 2. Not gonna lie, when he hit that, I did not know where that ball was. I'm surprised the infield could see that one. Out number 2. So 2 on now with 2 outs. Robertson takes outside for ball 1. Robertson's reached 3 times in 3 at-bats. He has a walk, a single, and then reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th against Eli Cartwright. Fouls one back, and it's 1-1. Now the Robertson's back up. Let's check the Thunder. We're just checking the Thunder game. The Thunder are down 8 to the Spurs, 49-41, but it is the second quarter, so a lot of game left for OKC. 1-1. Grounder over to second base. He'll toss to short, and that's out number 3. Well, the Otters have kind of blown it open here. It's 8-2 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Time to stretch here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Otters up 6 on the Otters Digital Network. Stretches over. Petchke in for the 7th. And why not? He's been pitching great. There have been 3 pitchers to go 6 innings. 2 of them in the same day. The doubleheader against Windy City, both Ryan Wiltsey and Landon Williman went 6 innings. And our GOAT, Griff Hughes, in the opening day no-hitter, he went 6 innings, no-hit ball. We hope Griff is doing well out in the Arizona Complex League with the Rockies. Griff, if you're watching, hopefully you're enjoying this performance from Ben. Inside, it's 3-1. Dale Thomas, Tate Wargo, Mitchell Sanford lead off the bottom of the 7th. I have gotten word that the food that was placed in front of me are funnel cake fries, which is awesome. Grounder to Salvaggio. His throw on to first is in time, and that is out number 1. So 6 1/3 for Petchke. He officially has the longest start of any Otter this season. And to celebrate, I'm going to try one of these funnel cake fries. Okay, maybe get the donut burger and the funnel cake fries because those are great. Tate Wargo takes a ball. 1-0 is a little high, apparently. It's 2-0. Not sure where that one missed, but 2-0 now from Petchke. Inside, it's 3-0. Only one walk for Petchke, and eliminating the walks has been a big factor in why Petchke has been able to go this far into the game. His only walk has been against Wargo. And now he walks him again. 4 pitches this time. Tate Wargo has now reached 3 times. 2 walks and a single for him. He is yet to advance past first base, though, as that'll bring up Sanford. Sanford with a runner on first and 1 out. Petchke trying to go 7 innings. He already has the longest outing of any Otter this season. Fouled off to the left side. Foul ball brought to you by Hez Construction. Choose the best, never regret it. And I'm very excited to eat the rest of these funnel cake fries. I'm not going to lie to you. They were so good, man. Oh, 1. It's a little outside for ball 1. Sanford 0 for 2, grounded into a double play, and then another grounder to second in his 2 at-bats. Otters putting up a great performance in Game 3. A good way to end the series here against Gateways. If this score holds, we'll be heading to Windy City, a very happy bunch. 1-2, as that one was called a strike. And the happiest of them all, TJ Salvaggio. You can't not smile after a 2-homer day. Throw back to first, and it's not in time. And this Ben Petchke start is insanely important for the Windy City series to have everybody ready to go, especially the high leverage arms. Don't got to use them. Called strike 3, and Sanford goes down looking. 3rd strikeout of the day for Petchke, and that's out number 2. And to celebrate, you already know we're trying more funnel cake fries. Yeah, yeah. I made sure to mute the microphone so you don't hear me chewing. First pitch a little high, and it's ball 1 to Otto Jones. 0 for 2 for Otto. Flew out to right field and struck out swinging. Wargo still over there at first. The 1-0 pitch. It hits the outside for strike 1. Now, if Petchke gets out of this, you think he's going the 8th? He has 81 pitches so far. This is pitch number 82, throw back to first. There's still nobody even moving in the Otters bullpen, so it is very much possible that he goes 8 innings here. 1-1 pitch. Fouled away. It's 1-2. This is uncharted territory for our Otter starters so far already. And Petchke might go deeper if he gets this third out. Ari is thrown back to first. Looks back over there to Wargo. Kicks and deals the 1-2. Another one fouled away. Jones trying to avoid going 0 for 3 on the day. Another 1-2. Got him swinging. Back-to-back strikeouts, and Ben Petchke has gone 7 innings as he continues his dominant start. 7 innings, just the 2 runs on the homer by Schallenberger. I don't know, folks. I think he might go into the 8th as we head to the top of the 8th. 8-2 Otters on the Otters Digital Network. Eighth inning is brought to you by McMahon Exterminating. Remember who can help you with all of your pest control needs? McMahon can. There's the bullpen for the Otters, and none of them have really had to do anything today because Ben Petchke has been dominant today. So a big shout out to Ben for, keeping the bullpen just sitting there. First pitch is swung on and missed by Cruz, and it's 0-1. It's Jake Burcham out there yet again. And he's now 0-2 against Cruz, who swings and misses. Cruz is 1 for 2, has reached twice, single and a walk, also has a strikeout. 0-2 is swung on and missed, and J.J. Cruz strikes out on 3 pitches. Second strikeout for Burcham. And it's out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. Here is TJ. He is having one heck of a game, let me tell you. First pitch inside, and it's 1-0. 2 homers, 4 ribbies. That double play grounded into in the second inning means nothing. Nothing. It's a little low. It's 2-0. I feel as though Burcham might be a little nervous to pitch to him after giving up the home run last inning. 2-0 is low and away. TJ has not gotten a pitch to hit so far in this third at-bat. Otters are ever so close to getting their 12th victory of the year. And a nice bounce back after dropping the first 2 games. 3-0 is called a strike, and it's 3-1. A lot of firsts for TJ. First professional home run, first professional multi-hit homer game, first professional 4 RBI game. Grounder to second, throw on to first is in time, and that's out number 2. Back up to the top of the lineup for the 5th time, John Ponder. 1 for 3 on the day. He has a double and a walk. He ended up scoring on both of those, and then he struck out twice. So did keep that hitting streak going, at least. Let's see if he can pick another hit up here in the top of the 8th. Washington and Schomburger in a good pitcher's duel. Top of the 9th, 2-1 Washington. If they win and we win, we're still tied up at the top of the Central Division. Foul ball. 1-1 now. Tri-City's up 2-0 on Mississippi. They got bases loaded, 1 out in the 7th. 5-5 between Brockton and Troyes. Sussex is down by 8 against Quebec. High chopper to third. It will be caught foul, and it's 1-2. Ottawa's beaten down east 7-2 in the 8th. New Jersey is winning 7-3. They just scored 2 in the 9th. Florence and Lake Erie are tied up at 6 in the 10th after Lake Erie scored 1 in the 8th and 1 in the 9th to tie things up. So that's going to be a very interesting little game right there. Loser of that one is in last place heading into the weekend series. And then, of course, Windy City beat Joliet in the morning game. The 1-2 from Bertram. Little high. Fastball 94. Gateway has a lot of guys that can throw really hard, but can't necessarily locate. Julio Ortiz, he pitched in this series at Bossy. He threw 98, but he just couldn't really locate. 2-2. High fly ball. That's going right over the box. There, yep. Nice little doink on top. Rolls back down onto the concourse. Remains at 2-2. Another 2-2 with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So Ponder, a 3 strikeout day. And the 3rd strikeout for Bertram. That's out number 3. We head to the bottom of the 8th, and Ben Petschke is back out there. So we'll see him for the bottom of the 8th. He's looking to go 8 innings. Nobody on the Otters has even gone 7, let alone 8. So we'll see you then on the Otters Digital Network. So Ben Petschke's back out there for the bottom of the 8th. It's getting to that point where you think about complete game. Maybe. It's kind of exciting to think about. Got to get through the 8th, though. Cole Brennan, Sawyer Smith, Jose Alvarez, the top 3. Ben Petschke struck out the last two batters to end the 7th after walking Tate Wargo. And even if the Otters throw 2 pitchers, like just one bullpen arm out there, that's still amazing because it's 8-2. You can at least throw a low-leverage guy out there as well for the 9th, see if they can get the job done. 0-1's a little outside. It's 1-1 to Brandon. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts to second. 1-1 is a little high. Maybe a little outside as well. Makes it 2-1. Cole Brandon, drafted in the 2nd round of the 2017 draft out of high school, the Westfield School, originally from Macon, Georgia. 2nd round pick. Wow. Another one misses outside, and Petschke's not too happy with that call. Makes it 3-1. Heavily on that first base side of the rubber. Couple of very close calls, and now the 3-1. Fouls one back. It's a full count. Cole Brandon with the Sox organization hit 187, 296 games. He signed with Boston for a $1.3 million. So, dude's a little loaded. Fouled off to the left side. We'll remain at 3-2. So, long first at bat here, 3-2. Another one fouled off to the left side. Probably would have been ball 4, but pokes that one out to left. And it's still 3-2. Still full count here. Another payoff, though, from Petschke. Grounder down the first base line, and another one foul. Well, this at-bat might eliminate the opportunity for Petschke to go the 9th. But, you know, can't complain about going 8 if he's able to do so. Another payoff pitch. And another foul ball. Oh, a really good at-bat here for Brandon. Nice long one. I haven't seen too many long at-bats from Gateway today. Which is why Petschke's pitch count has allowed him to go into the 8th. Got him swinging. It's the foul tip into the glove. 3 straight Ks for Petschke. 2 to end the 7th, now 1 here to start the 8th. And there's 1 out. That'll bring up Sawyer Smith. It really has only been that one bad pitch to Schallenberger that Petschke has thrown that gave them 2 runs, but he's definitely in line for the victory. As the first pitch by Sawyer Smith is fouled back, and it's 0-1. Keep looking over to the bullpen to see if they have anybody warming, and they finally have some motion at least. That one will miss. It's 1-1. So, bottom of the 8th, let's see who the first man out is for the Otters. 1-1. High chopper back to Petschke as he'll toss it to first for out number 2. 7 2/3 for Petschke in this start. Looks to be a righty in the bullpen. I think it's Andrew Garcia out there. Interesting choice because he is one of the high leverage guys for the Otters. So it'd be interesting if he came in to pitch the 9th, but first pitch grounder over to third. Cruz will throw on to first. A little high, but Blake Robertson's 6'5", so he reaches up and grabs it, and that's out number 3. So a very long first at bat, but Petschke is still able to get out of it. He has gone 8 innings. And he might come out for the 9th. You never know. Stay around to find out as we head to the 9th inning on the Otters Digital Network. Still Jake Burcham out there for the 9th inning. Otters are leading it 8-2. Ben Petchke, he has been an absolute dog today. 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Absolutely dominant for Petchke. Just the one mistake pitch to Schallenberger, the only blip on his resume, but the ERA is going down. That's for sure. Not too sure if he'll come out for the 9th. The Otters finally have somebody warming, but whether he comes into the 9th or he doesn't, absolute dominance for Petchke. And definitely a big part of the reason the Otters are winning by 6. Jones takes a ball on the turf for ball 1. 5th time through the order for the Otters. Jones 1 for 2 with 2 walks. Has a hit in all 3 games now in his last 5. Swings and misses, it's 1-1. That single all the way back in the 1st inning brought in the first run of the game. First of 8 the Otters have today. That one's outside, it's 2-1. A 2-1 from Burcham. Grounder over to second, Wargo. He's been busy over there. He'll toss to first, and that's out number 1. I will say a big shout out to Gateway for playing some very good defense this series. Very prone to winning games when they don't allow any earned runs, or sorry, any errors. They're 6-1 when committing 0 errors, but if this score holds, the Thursday curse will continue. 0-5 on Thursdays for Gateway. I wonder if there's anything like kind of like mentally going on with that. Lynn Scott swings and misses at strike 1. Lynn Scott's the only guy in the order that has not gotten a hit, but he does have an RBI and a walk, as well as a run scored. Finding ways to be a plus for the squad. Shout out to Sam. Inside, it's 2-1. He has one more chance to get a base hit here, and then everyone in the lineup will have a base hit. The entirety of the offense eats. Swung on and missed, it's 2-2. Oh, Burcham has been a pretty good innings eater. He did give up 3 runs, but saving some arms for the bullpen. 2-2, a little outside. It's 3-2. Lynn Scott does already have a walk. Walked in the 7th inning. Scored on the RBI single from Dennis Pierce. Payoff is just going to miss low for a ball 4. I'll mention Lynn Scott still finding ways to be productive offensively. He's now walked twice. And that is the 2nd straight game with 8 walks for Gateway. That's now 3 walks for Burcham after 3 from the starter, 11, and then 2 from Cartwright. First pitch a little low to Logan Brown. Logan Brown got his first hit of the day in his last at-bat. RBI single that brought in Amani Jones from second. Oh no. Reaches one at the turf and grounds one foul. That was a really low pitch that he just went down to try and grab at. So that'll make it 1-1. We're heading right to Windy City after this game. Should be a interesting bus ride, to say the least. 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Those overnight bus rides, man, they're gonna be killers for sure. It's all about how they can do against Windy City in Game 1, especially a Windy City that's coming off of a 13-run outburst against Joliet. 2-1's ripped back up the middle into center field, and Logan Brown has his 2nd hit of the day. as Lynn Scott will advance to second base. 2 on with 1 out. Logan Brown's now 2 for 5 today. Dennis Pierce. He also has 2 hits on the day. He's 2 for 4. Got a hit in his last at-bat. Ended up bringing in Lynn Scott from third. Doing well after getting dropped down to the 5 spot in the lineup. Maybe this will be the start of a little trend. If the Otters do good with this lineup, might as well keep it going for Windy City. 1-0 pitch. Grounded to second base. Wargo will toss to first. He's safe there. Throw to second. Now they got him in a rundown. Throw back to third. There's a lot going on here. Now run down between third and home. Lynn Scott throw back. The ball is bobbled. Obstruction is called. The runner is out for going out of the baseline, but both runners at first and second will reach. They want obstruction called on that one, and Andy McCauley is going to have one last argument with the umpires before we head out of here. As Lynn Scott looked like he ran out of the baseline a little bit, and that's what they called, but it might have been obstruction on the catcher Jones as he tries to go back. 4-3-5-2-6 is the call. Fielder's choice. There is too much going on in this series, man. Too much. 2 outs, though, as Dennis Pierce will reach. Lynn Scott is out, and he's out number 2 as Logan Brown advances to second base. I'm sure Andy McCauley didn't put up too much of a fight about it because the Otters are up 6. If it was a little closer, I'm sure he definitely would have gotten a few more words in, but still a chance here to bring in a run here. LG with 2 on and 2 outs. I fear it's impossible to have a game in this series without some sort of argument with the umpires. It's been that type of series for them. A bit of a nightmare from them, to say the least, and it feels like a lot of those calls have gone against the Otters. But luckily they're up 6 and haven't had to worry about it too much. This is a very interesting play because Dennis Pierce ended up reaching at first base on the throwback. They could have just tagged second for out number 2. And luckily, it doesn't come back to hurt him, but still. Grounder down the third base line is foul, and it's 1-2. Because Wargo was running towards Logan Brown, going to second. Logan Brown, pretty smart play from Logan Brown to go back to first because he pretty much confused Wargo and ended up allowing him and Dennis Pierce to reach. Didn't really pay off for him, though. That one's inside, and it's 2-2. Overall, an insane play. I heard a 4-3-5-2-6. I don't know if that's true. I was not paying. Well, I was paying attention, but I was not paying attention to who was in control of the ball when. It's way inside as Castillo gets a piece of it, though. Still remains at 2-2. So it's a interesting ninth inning so far. But Bertram one strike away from getting out of it scoreless. Swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Bertram as he gets out of the inning somehow without a run scoring after a crazy play. And the Otters will look to win this game. They're 3 outs away. Andrew Garcia will come in to face the hopeful last 3 hitters of the day for the Otters on the Otters Digital Network. We've talked about it thoroughly here in Game 3, but one last time. How about that start from Ben Petchke, huh? Huh? 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. Absolutely dominant. Just the one pitch to Schallenberger, but otherwise he has kept the Otters in this one, has kept the lead by 6, and now it's Andrew Garcia who will come in to face the bottom of the 9th. It's Schallenberger who leads off, then Bryson Horn and Dale Thomas. Otters 3 outs away from at least taking a game in this series. Schallenberger, 1 for 3, hit that home run. It's the only bit of offense we've seen, run scoring for the Grizzlies in this game. First pitch strike. Now Garcia's pitching great. 0 ERA so far in 8 innings. Still leads the league in wins with 4. 4-0 has a win. Had a win in 4 straight outings from the 9th against Florence to the 23rd against Windy City. Hasn't pitched in this series, though. Maybe why he's going to get the 9th here. Inside, and, well, looks like it almost hit Schallenberger, but it hit the bat, so it'll be strike 2. Another 1-2 here. Garcia, the first player out of the pen here in the 9th for the Otters. Called, strike 3. Low strike call is the first strikeout of the day for Garcia. Overall, 6 strikeouts for Otters pitching, and that's out number 1 in the bottom of the 9th. So that'll bring up Bryson Horn. First pitch is high and away. Gets off the glove of Brown. Horn's had a very interesting series, to say the least. He started 0 for 4 in Game 1, went 4 for 4 with a 3-run homer in Game 2, and now is back to 0 for 3. 1-0 is outside for ball 2. A little bit of an underrated thing about Petchke's outing is he only walked 2. So he was able to throw strikes, throw them consistently, and throw them with good efficiency. Got a lot of contact. The contact led to outs. 3-0. Speaking of walks, Garcia 1 ball away from walking Bryson Horn to bring up Thomas. 3-0 is inside for ball 4. The third walk issued by Otters, pitching first from Garcia, as Bryson Horn will reach. And Dale Thomas is now up with a runner on first and 1 out in the bottom of the 9th. Dale Thomas, hit by pitch is the only way he's reached. Hit a very long fly ball to center field, 380. Logan Brown, after the ball call inside, will have a conversation with Andrew Garcia. Probably just telling him, hey, calm down, we're up 6. No need to make things perfect. We have some room for error here. Trying to calm Garcia down after throwing a few strikes. Logan Brown, definitely a good veteran in the clubhouse, doing a good job of handling the pitching staff. 1-0. Fouled away. It's 1-1. I feel like Dale Thomas's swings today have been very aggressive. Really swinging out of his boots. Horn at first, covered over there by Robertson. A 1-1. Great block from Logan Brown. Stops that one from advancing Horn to second base. It's 2-1. Otters are out of slam range, luckily. 2-1 is called an outside strike 2. Crowd doesn't like it, but it was a strike. It was indeed a strike. And it wasn't really necessarily close. 2-2 from Garcia. High fly ball into left field. Linscott fell back, came in, and makes the catch. He was stumbling a little bit out there in left field, but he pulls it in, and that's out number 2 in the 9th. So the Otts are 1 out away from taking Game 3 of the series. They lost the series, but a happy ending, to say the least. So time is called as Tate Wargo went back into the dugout for something. Not too sure what it was. There he is. Here comes Tate. He's reached in all 3 of his at-bats. He's 1 for 1 with a single. He has walked twice. Each time he's reached, though, he has not advanced to second base. A little unfortunate for Mr. Wargo. First pitch is a little high for ball 1. Otters will advance to 12-6 after hopefully this third out. Can never be too confident. That one misses. A little close, too close for comfort. Washington did win, so the Otters got to win this one to keep it tied up at the top of the line of the standings. Crowd is chanting, "Walk him." That is called a strike, though, and it's 2-1. Good to note down 6, the Arsenal BG faithful are still loud as ever. Makes for some good baseball. Lake Erie won on a walk-off in the 10th. Swung on and missed. It's 2-2. So that means Florence is now in last place in the division at 9-9. Lake Erie now at 10-8. No more walk-him chance after the back-to-back strikeouts. Or strikes. 2-2 is a little high and inside, and there they go. The crowd is really getting into it here in the 9th. The walk-him chants are coming back. 2 outs. Runner at first will go on the 3-2 from Garcia. Outside for ball 4. 2 walks in the inning as Wargo reaches for the 4th time today. 3 walks and a single. And that'll bring up Mitchell Sanford. Good to know the crowd's still getting into it, huh? It's been a bit of a rough day for Gateway, but the fans are still involved. Sanford is 0 for 3. First pitch is called a strike. Outside edge for strike 1. Bryson Horde now on second with Wargo on first. Otters still looking for that last out. 0-1. Little high and away. It's 1-1. Eight runs, 11 hits for the Otters. 2 runs, 4 hits for Gateway. Swung on and missed. It's 1-2. Grizzlies down to their last strike yet again here in the bottom of the 9th. Garcia looking to finish the job and get the Otters on the bus to Windy City as soon as possible. 1-2 pitch from Garcia. A little low, and it's 2-2. Now ball 3 here, and the walk-him chance will come back. I might already be starting now on 2-2. 2 on, 2 outs. The 2-2 got him swinging, and the Otters take Game 3. 8-2 the final as the Otters come out of this series with something to be happy about. They get the 8-2 win. The offense was fantastic. A little sluggish in the first 2 games, but they have come to play here in Game 3, and they win it 8-2. It has been the offense as well as Ben Petchke. What can we say about that man that we have not said already? He went 8 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts. He limited the walks. He limited the bullpen usage. We just needed Garcia for an inning. And with 2 games coming up against Windy City, that is definitely what you want if you're Evansville. And we will head to the bus to Crestwood. A happy bunch. The Otters pull it off, the 8-2 victory. And how about TJ Salvaggio? First 2 homers as a professional. 3-run shot over to left center field. Just made it over the wall, and then the solo shot to right field. Over to the opposite field, good piece of hitting from him. And he had a fantastic day. Petchke comes out of it with the win. That's his first decision. And he's now 1-0 on the year. On the other side, the loss going to Xander Lovin. So, with the scores now implemented and the standings now updated, Evansville still tied up at the top, 12-6 with Washington, and then it's Lake Erie at 10-8 in 3rd place, and Florence in last place at 9-9. Gateway falls to 8-10. They have failed to reach 500 for the first time since going 3-3. Mark Schallenberger's 2-run homer, the only piece of hitting that scored a run for Gateway. As they walk 8 yet again, they give up 11 hits, a lot of base runners for Evansville, and they took advantage in kind. Good day at the yard for the Otters here at Arsenal BG Ballpark. Next time we see you, will be at Ozinga Field in Crestwood, Illinois, as it's a 2-game series, just a 2-gamer, Sunday off, between the Otters and the Windy City Thunderbolts. But for everybody here in Sauget, my name is Evan Patoka. We will see you tomorrow for another 6:35 first pitch between the Otters and the Bolts. We'll see you then. Have a good rest of your night.